Student, in our last video lesson, we talked about active and passive voice with present simple tense. In this video lesson, we will talk about active and passive voice with present continuous tense. How we change active voice into passive voice when we have sentences in present continuous tense. Active sentences in the present continuous tense have the following structure. As we have already talked about the different structure of tenses in our previous videos. Hope you learned that first we have subject, then we have a helping verb is, are, am, then we have first form of verb plus ing and object. Passive sentences in the present continuous tense have the following structure. When we convert it into passive voice, the structure just change object of the active sentences. It become, this is an object and it become the subject here. Then हमारे पास is, are, am. ये जो टेंस है कंटिन्यूस टेंस, इसके हेल्पिंग वर्ब वही आ जाते हैं, लेकिन we just write it being with it. Then we have first participle form of the verb, third form of the verb we use in a passive voice, and then we use by and subject of the active sentences. It's mean कि जो subject होता है यहाँ पर वो object में तब्दील हो जाता है. Example are given below. Active. I am reading a story. It is an active sentence. I am reading a story. So a story जो है हमारे पास object है. It would be changed into subject. A story. Story is singular, so we put here is a helping verb is and addition with the being. Reading का third form of verb है read का read and by me. Now here are some other example of the positive sentences. The engine is driving the train. The train is being driven by the engine. She is singing a song. A song is being sung by her. Third form of verb, helping verb with being. The carpenter is making furniture. Furniture is being made by the carpenter. Now we have a negative sentences. How we change negative sentences? So changing a negative sentences into passive voice. When a negative sentence is changed into the passive voice, not will come between is, am, are and being. We just put not between the helping verb and being. Structure active voice subject is, are, am, not plus first form of the verb plus ing and plus object. पैसिव वॉइस में ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ द एक्टिव सेंटेंस, ये जो ऑब्जेक्ट होता है ये पहले आ जाता है एंड बिकम सब्जेक्ट. देन फिर हमारे पास इज, आर, एम एंड देन नॉट प्लस बीइंग प्लस पार्टिसिपल. Third form of the verb, I have already told you that throughout the tenses and passive voice we use past participle form of the verb. Then by, then subject of the active sentences. Here are some examples. Active. She is not writing a story. A story is not being written by her. It's become a subject. The object become a subject and then we use the helping verb. In continuous tense we use the same helping verb. And then not, then being, addition, first form of verb plus ing and the subject become object and it's come on objective case. She change into her. The engine is not driving the train. The train is not being driven by the engine. She is not singing a song. A song is not being sung by her. The carpenter is not making furniture. Furniture is not being made by the carpenter. Here are some of the interrogative sentences. Change in interrogative sentences into the passive. How we change it? The passive form of these sentences will begin with the is, am, are. we start it and we begin it with SMR. जैसे कि हम टेंसेस में करते थे कि जो भी हमारे पास इंट्रोगेटिव सेंटेंस आता है तो हम उसके बिल्कुल बिगिनिंग में हेल्पिंग वर्ब लिखते हैं. When the active sentences begin with a question word such as when, whose, why, which and how, the passive sentences will also begin with a question word. When the active sentences begin with who or whose, the passive sentences will begin with by whom or by whose. जब हमारे पास यही वर्ड आएंगे when, whose, why, which और how, इसी से ही हम स्टार्ट लेंगे पैसिव वॉइस में. अगर हमारे पास who और whose आ जाए तो then we just change into by whom or by whose. Active, are the mason building a house? Is a house being built by the mason? Here is the helping verb. This is the subject, verb plus form plus ing and object. In passive voice, we also start it from the helping verb. So first we put helping verb, then the object into subject, and then being, then third form of the verb, and then object. Who is waiting for you? So I already told you when who and whose come, we just change into by who, by whose. By whom are you being waited for? Whom are you waiting for? Who is being waited for by you? Why is he not learning his lesson? Why are his lesson not being learned by him? Father is helping you. By whose father are you being helped? So you have to practice it out, these different sentences, and definitely you will learn it. So our lecture is end up. Now I'm giving you a home assignment. Write the whole slides in your neat notebook. Understand the lesson through video lesson. Memorize the rules and structure of present continuous tense in active and passive form. You have to write these whole slides in your neat notebook and understand these video with video lesson. और इस रूल्स एंड स्ट्रक्चर प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूस टेंस के एक्टिव एंड पैसिव में आपने याद रखने हैं. राइट एटलीस्ट फॉर एग्जांपल ऑफ पॉजिटिव, नेगेटिव एंड इंट्रोगेटिव सेंटेंसेस ऑफ प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूस टेंस इन एक्टिव एंड पैसिव फॉर्म. आपने कम से कम 5 एग्जांपल लिखने हैं प्रेजेंट कंटिन्यूस टेंस के एक्टिव और पैसिव फॉर्म में, पॉजिटिव के, नेगेटिव के एंड इंट्रोगेटिव टेंसेस के. सो और लेक्चर इज एंड ऑफ. सी यू इन नेक्स्ट क्लास. अल्लाह हाफिज़.